Today's going to be a good day as we got some soccer, basketball, and football bets. Let's do it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets Thursday edition here, giving you guys those free sports picks every single day. We got a big little show here on tap as there are a lot of sports in action on today, and we're going to go ahead and bet all the games today that are in action today. Let's go ahead and first start off with recapping yesterday. Soccer was a little bit of a heartbreaker yesterday. Went down, lost a little bit of money. The two heartbreakers in that yesterday were Manchester City couldn't score in that second half to obviously score in both halves, which is frustrating just because they create so many chances. They're so much better than their opponent, and they just couldn't find the back of the net in the second half. What was also frustrating in that game is they gave up a goal just to start that second half, and Villa really wasn't doing much to really threaten their goal, but their one big opportunity they did get, they were able to convert that into goal, so heartbreaker right there. And Chelsea doing the same thing. They gave up a goal to make it so they didn't win the nil. Just a bad decision there by Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the middle of the park to try and let the ball roll past him and do one of those things where you just, the ball rolls and you use that into a turn to kind of get up the pitch, and Sissoko was right behind him, took the ball right off of his feet, couple dribbles, pass it to the forward. Next thing you know, he bangs it in the back of the net. So, yeah, heartbreaker right there. Liverpool came through there. Liverpool absolutely dominated. The two games I watched is I had Liverpool on the TV. I had Chelsea Watford up on the computer there, streaming it on the Peacock Network. So it was still a good day of sitting back, watching soccer. Lost a little bit of money, but we were able to get that back in basketball. Basketball was really good to us right there. Player props were on fire. Got 3 of the 4 player props right. Got Darius Bazley, got him to go up under 10.5 points. Believe he ended the game with 4, so easy cash right there. Okeke up under 7.5 points. Remember, that's the bench player for the Magic that for whatever reason the sports books are giving us a player prop for him, and we've now 2-0 fading that guy, so that was good. And we also got Vanderbilt. We got a line out on Vanderbilt, and he ended the game with, I believe, 4 points or so right there. He even played 32 minutes. It was just a real no-sweat win right there. The one loss was Okoro, up under 9.5 points. He ended the game with 10, had 8 at halftime. Didn't get anything in that second half except for 2 free throws. So that's a player that I'll look to go back to at least one more time to see if he can't get us the cash there and see if he can't be a Blake Griffin there on the regular, because I think he has a potential, and you saw it there in the second half. While he had a big first half getting 8 points, went right back into what his stats show of generally doing nothing there in the second half. So we'll more than likely, certainly give him another shot at the apple right there. And then in terms of our first quarter action, we did get that under 54.5 net Thunder Rockets. We hit our 2-unit play, hit the nice 2-unit play. That one felt good. Kings Clippers up under 55.5 points for 2 units. That one was good. Tripped up in that 76ers Celtics game. How about only that final score was 88 to 70? What was it? 88 to 77? Woo! Not many points being scored in that. So had a real hard time getting over the over there in that first quarter. And then Wolves Wizard did not go over their total in the first quarter. And Bucks won every quarter but the first quarter. So, yeah, it didn't quite go our way, but we were positive in the NBA, putting money in your pocket. So, overall, though, you lose a little money in soccer, make a little money in basketball. Don't have to be a math scientist to know that overall was just a losing day, just a little bit, though, and still positive up on the week as we go up into Thursday's action. So, let's do that. Let's go ahead and first start with that same game parlay. You guys remember we did our free giveaway. We gave away 2 same game parlays. I wanted to go ahead and announce them on this show so we can all be rooting and cheering for it. Then I'm also going to make a change to that free giveaway that you'll want to stay and make sure you listen to here at the very end. But first, let's go ahead and get through that same game parlay for Jason. His name is Jason. You guys remember Jason was one of the winners. He hit me up. He picked the same game parlay. So here's your same game parlay, Jason. It's at plus 296. It'll give you a $148 if this one goes ahead and pays. It's in that Lazio Udinese game this afternoon there in Serie A. I like Lazio to win that halftime full-time. I like Lazio's team total up over 1.5 goals. And, of course, I like Immobile to go ahead and be this goal scorer because that's all that guy does is score goals. He is the Lewandowski of Serie A. So, yeah, that plays plus 296. So, go ahead and pay 148. So, go ahead and cheer for the same game parlay so Jason can put some money up in his pocket. And also, the change I'm going to do this free giveaway is if this wins, why not take that $50 and make another same game parlay? So if this one wins, we'll draw another name up out of that hat. Obviously, we have all the names. No reason to drop a comment on there to go ahead and get your name in the hat because you've already done that. We'll just use the same list of people who already entered in the initial giveaway. So we'll just take that same $50, and we'll make another same game parlay. So let's go ahead and cheer for this. Let Jason put $148 in his pocket, and let's make it so we can make another same game parlay, drawing another name up out of the hat for another one of you great supporters out there. All right, let's go ahead now and talk some Thursday night football. I'm going to have one bet from tonight's game. I'm going to go ahead and do Tony Pollard under 45.5 rushing yards at minus 110 up over a points bet. The Saints have the number 3 rush defense in all of the league. They've given up yards lately, but that's because Trevor Siemian's been up under center, and he's been really bad quarterback. They're getting now Taysom Hill back. Taysom Hill's a better quarterback. He'll be able to keep them better in games. Shouldn't have the teams running all up on them. But either way, Saints have the number 3 rush defense in the NFL. They're absolutely outstanding right there. Pollard, he's averaging 48 yards per game. But you combine that with a good defense, you don't need a whole hell of a lot to stay up under 45.5 yards. And, the Cowboys, will they get a big lead? I'm not too sure. You get Taysom Hill. There's a notion out there that the Cowboys are going to roll right over the Saints and, maybe they'll be leading the fourth quarter and doing a lot of running. I'm not sure. You're not getting Trevor Siemian up under quarterback. You're getting Taysom Hill, a much better quarterback. I think he'll keep them in there. This is a home game for the Saints, expecting them to have a good performance. So I don't see this one being a blowout. I think it'll be a nice, good, competitive game. So go ahead and give me Tony Pollard under 45.5 rushing yards at minus 110 on PointsBet. Let's keep the NFL discussion going, as I made another bet this morning, so let me go ahead and give it to you guys. It's not for Sunday's game, but again, I placed it this morning, so we'll go ahead and give it to you guys today as opposed to tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and do Joe Mixon over 83.5 rushing yards at minus 115 over at DraftKings. He's the lead back by far for the Bengals. He has 167 more carries than the next guy, so he is definitely the bell cow guy right there. He averages 84 yards per game, but his last 2 games, he had 165 and 123 yards in those 2 games. What do we like most about this? We're fading the Chargers' rush defense for the 3rd time. We got a cash already with Dalvin Cook. We got a cash last week with Javonte Williams. We're going right back to fading this Chargers rush defense. And why are we fading it? Because it is the league's worst. They allow 145 yards per game. They allow 121 yards per game to that running back position. Again, they're the league worst. The spread is -3. This should be a close game. I don't see the Chargers blowing out the Bengals, and I don't see the Bengals throwing out the Chargers. So we should be running the ball all the way through this game rather than having to pass it late to catch up or anything like that. So good, close game. Fading the league's worst rush defense. Go ahead and give me Joe Mixon. He's a great back. I'll take him over 83.5 yards at minus 115. Let's go ahead and put a couple NBA first quarter bets on your radar. The numbers aren't out, so can't give you the actual numbers and the official bets. But these are the 2 bets that I like from tonight's slate. I like Grizzlies potentially to cover the spread as long as it's at minus 1.5. Minus 2.5 would give me a touch of hesitation, but at minus 1.5, I'll have no hesitation. I'll go ahead and pull that trigger. The Grizzlies are 7-5 against the spread with a plus 2.25 point differential. Meanwhile, the Thunder are 7-1 against the spread with a minus 5.3 point differential. So if you see Grizzlies minus 1.5, no, I'll be on that bet. Go ahead and bet it yourself. The other one I like is Spurs Blazers. I'm assuming I'm going to have to go ahead and bet the under in this first quarter because the under is cashing 14-5-1. So big time the under is cashing between these 2 teams, and they're averaging 52 and 52 points. The Spurs in their last 10, they've cashed the under in 9 of those last 10. They're only averaging 49 points. So let's see what the number comes in at. Even if it comes in at 53.5, I'll go ahead and bet the under. 52.5. May do a slight pause, hesitation. It's not until night. Maybe see how some soccer bets go. Maybe see how the night's going. But at 53.5, I'll go ahead and bet the under all day long. But hopefully it doesn't come in at 52 and it does come in at 53. But let's go and see what that number comes in at. So those are going to be the 2 NBA first quarter bets that I'm going to go ahead and be looking to bet once we get the numbers out. In terms of player props, I like Javonte Green up under 6.5 points at even money over at DraftKings. We know this guy. We've gotten the cash with him and our only bet of him so far. He's a candidate for the new Blake Griffin. Talked about how he's just really not a go-to guy in that offense with DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic. So like him to stay up under 6.5 points. We'll go ahead and see if this guy can't do it again for us and move to 2-0 for us. So we'll go ahead and do Javonte Green under 6.5 points at even money. The other 2 NBA player props I want to bet are Darius Bazley. We don't have his number yet because the Thunder played last night. So because he's on the back end of a back-to-back, those numbers normally don't come out until mid-afternoon. But whatever that number comes in at, whatever you see Darius Bazley, just go ahead and grab it, knowing I'll go ahead and grab it. The one player prop I've got hesitation on is CJ McCollum, just because, I don't know. I don't really know why I have hesitation. I want to go ahead and pull the trigger. The reason I'm not in a big rush to do it is this number came out yesterday afternoon and hasn't moved an inch. So it doesn't seem like there's a big rush. We can kind of see how soccer's going, basketball's going, see how some Thursday night football's going, and then maybe decide if we want to go ahead and bet that right there. But the reason why I do like it is Damian Lillard is out for the past 10 games. He went ahead and got a cash in his last game when Damian Lillard is out. And with Lillard out, he should get back to his normal production. He took 11 shots last game without Lillard. That's the CJ McCollum we know. That's the CJ McCollum we want to go ahead and back. We want to back the guy that's taking 10, 11 three-pointers over the course of a game. So let's go ahead and see if we take CJ McCollum. I'm a little hesitant, but just make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod, and it's at WinningBetsPod. Couple soccer bets for you guys you already know about if you watch between the posts. I like United Arsenal under 2.5, and you get that at plus 112. The best line currently right now is at Barstool/BetRivers at plus 112. So like this game going up under 2.5. It's cashed in the last 5 head-to-heads between United and Arsenal. Arsenal have cashed under 2.5 in their last 4 games. You've removed the beatdown against Liverpool. Liverpool's beaten everybody down, so not going to hold that against Arsenal. But otherwise, it's cashed in their last 4 games. And it's cashed in Arsenal's 8 of their 13 games so far this season. I think this one's going to be cagey. Talked about it there in between the posts. I predicted, obviously, you guys know I predicted a 1-1 affair. So like this one is staying up under 2.5. I think it's going to be a good game. Arsenal looks like they're going to be a top 4 team. United, well, I don't really know what they look like they're doing, but if this game's at home, it's at Old Trafford, it's a big game. If they want to be a top 4 team, they need to go ahead and win this game. Can't wait to sit back and watch this one. United, Arsenal, under 2.5 at plus 112. And then, of course, you guys know we've got our 2 correct scores, 0.2 units on each. I already talked about these yesterday. We're doing Tottenham 1-0 at plus 600 and United, Arsenal 1-1 at plus 700. Tottenham, hopefully that one comes through. I don't have a good read on that game at all, which probably means Tottenham will win 1-0, and I'll go ahead and cash that bet. That's not where that one will go. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the recap here. We're going to do Tony Pollard under 45.5 yards at minus 110. We're going to do Joe Mixon over 83.5 yards at minus 115. Take Javonte Green under 6.5 points at even money. Go ahead and take United Arsenal under 2.5 at plus 112. Tottenham 1-0 at plus 600. United Arsenal 1-1 at plus 700. And then a couple of the maybes. Maybe Grizzlies against the spread, depending on what that number comes in at. Maybe Spurs Blazers under, depending on that number. Darius Bazley, that one's not a maybe. That one's, if we get the line, it's a bet. I don't care what the number is. I'm jumping on Darius Bazley. And CJ McCollum is definitely a maybe. Let's see how the day is going. Let's see all the money we're putting in our pocket on this great Thursday. And maybe we'll go ahead and back CJ McCollum to do good. All right, guys, that's Thursday's show. Run and go get these bets in so you can cash them with me. And then on Friday's show, we'll roll out the weekend slate of bets. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.